Good evening, gentlemen. Oh, good morning.
It's up to you, Mason. It's all up to you.
Oh, good afternoon. Depending on when you're watching the video. But, I need to record some stuff, so I figured, I haven't played Black Ops in a while, so why not? We're gonna do some solo zombies. I'm not the greatest, so I actually don't have any, the DLC. So, it's that. Let's see. Let's go Kino.
Entry 741021! Perhaps this station will hold the key to the real goals of Group 935. I still do not trust my unconventional allies, but they are of great use to me. But I digress. Who would have thought the MDT was capable of time travel? How many stations does this group have? Where did that little girl disappear to? Only time will tell what new questions await us in this theater of the damned.
Well, looks like there ain't no power.
Right, let's get started. I do not see the point in these swastikas everywhere.
I fight back!
Yeah, I gotta... Is sync every frame on? Right, show the wall moon, yes. Why can't I change this? Sync every frame should not be on. Ugh. Sync every frame just... it messes with your sensitivity. Oh well.
Feeling light. Need the juice.
Most if you find these around the map, and then you press
Looks like part of the meteor.
F on them, it will play 115 on this map. An Easter egg song done by Kevin Sherwood and Eleanor Siegman.
Long-range bullet slinger.
Let's just move some stuff out of the way from our map. Okay. Only had 8 rounds on their house. 20 round magazine. They've at least given us 10 or 15. One of the things that annoys me about the Zombies Chronicles maps is that Kino in particular doesn't have Nazi symbolism anywhere, which kind of says to me that people have grown soft at this point to imagery like this. Yeah, it wasn't a great symbol. Millions of people died when they saw that, but I get that, but it doesn't stop you from using it. All we can do is mourn the people who died at the hands of these monsters. Yeah.
Stopping zombies since 1945!
Probably.
Tastes like fermented herring dipped in cat piss. talking about? I'm gonna do a jig on your insides, freak bag! Motherless flesh addict! Taste this, bone junkie!
You had enough, Dempsey. Mule kick. Oh shit. God damn it. Oh. Oh, this is not good.
Don't worry. Just tripped. Die, you undead flesh addict!
I need to get the joke. Honestly.
Time to do the death dance, baby!
Ah, I did that.
Ammunition on the house!
Oh.
Help me out. Wait, I'm not turning now, am I?
No, you're all good. Oh shit.
I need some money for that hotness.
Open an old door. Ah, it'd be 40. The fuck? I have a head. Why is he still chasing me? See, this is what. Just think if your frame messes with my frame rate. Not frame rate. Sensitivity, because it's trying to sync every refresh. If I can't speak, every time it refreshes, it tries to sync the frames with the refresh rate, which messes up my sensitivity a bit.
I need some money for that hotness.
1,250. God damn it. Well. Fuck. Yeah, come here. Inside of him. Is he an SS? Yes. Yes, he is.
If I keep this up, I'm gonna run out of zombies!
Alright,
Blew that plane off. Big Dempsey, your worst nightmare!
opened up. God.
To the A, some bitch!
Jesus. Oh God.
Eat it, you nasty squag! Man down!
Oh no. Well, wasn't that fantastic? Let's just skip that flashback and do 5 instead.
For time and the world do not stand still. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. I said, are certain to miss the future.
Oh no, I missed that.
Prime Minister Castro, this missile crisis was the last straw. We almost blew ourselves up. Now, we invited you here today...
In good faith.
In good faith. To sort this thing out.
And why is he here? He lost.
As I always say, forgive your enemies, but remember their names. Now, gentlemen,
The crisis that
as
they're
I like
talking
to
about
think,
is the Cuban
in the
Missile
long
Crisis.
history of the world, that there are only a few generations.
Sounds like someone breaking in.
It's just a storm, Dick.
Sit down.
Oh my God!
Cuban
It
Missile
appears the
Crisis.
Pentagon has been breached.
I have
Zombies.
DC6.
Gentlemen, at times like these,
Joe.
our capacity to retaliate must be, and has to be,
Head
massive,
of
to deter
the
all forms of
Prince or
aggression.
whatever, or the President of the USSR.
Gentlemen, lock and load.
Send
Viva la revolución.
Any last
Missiles
words,
to
Mr. President?
Yes, Jack.
Cuba
Any superlative words of inspiration for our comrades?
against
Do not pray for easy lives, my friends. Pray to be stronger men.
Who's gonna be? Could be Kennedy? Please don't think it could be Kennedy. Come on. Please. Please.
Power level critical. Major systems offline.
Will someone please find the power?
Castro. Damn it. 'Cause Kennedy's the funniest. Okay, so no one's in that window. No one's in that window. Pillaloo. It's a reference to kind of World of War. That's good. Considering this is basically like a sequel, in a sense, and it follows Resonant's story. Coming this way. No. Roger, this way though.
I prefer a stand-up fight, but this will suffice.
Lieutenant Colonel Hank Kirsky. Eyes open, Operation Fortitude. Battle of Midway. 1942. Colonie de Babis. De Babis. 1943. My god, they're breaking things down fast. Major John L. Plaster. Ow.
I am a better comrade for this. Considérese castigado.
Yes.
I dare you to repeat that offer, maricón.
Maybe. I have no idea what he's actually saying. Most of it's in English because I don't know. I would say Cuban, but I don't know if Cuban's a language. ignorance. It's just general. Not necessarily just lack of knowledge. Just not familiar with Cuba as well. Probably very familiar with.
The revolution will never die now!
What revolution? What are you going to revolt against? Oh, these doesn't make noises without heads is beyond me. I want them through that top window yet. Okay. Oh god.
Only I can punish crimes of such magnitude!
Magnitude.
I will fight until my last breath!
Good job.
Gracias, hermano. Ah, a lesson for you, Diablos! I bring you greetings of a second death! Death machine!
Even though something like this is literally impossible, it is amazing at the same time. Amazing is even cool. Because who doesn't like cool things? Command Sergeant Major. Just like, okay, bye guys.
I love it!
I love it more. Oh, breaking you windows.
I will use your stealth skin to wrap my cigars! Keep your putrid fingers off my uniform! You filthy flesh eater!
Keep my putrid fingers off my uniform. Alright, it's time for first. See, what was that? This is why I hate some gets clear.
Great Lenin's ghost! I'm low on ammo! No ammo! Time for a cigar break, yeah.
I'm being serious, Castro.
Capitalism keeps ammunition from my hands! Soy invencible!
Yeah, we get it, Castro. You're invincible.
I'm out! Knife work it is then!
Done. Oh. That's good. What the bloody hell's the box?
Not enough smoke in this cigar to cover that sting! Ah. Revive me! My work here is not yet complete!
No.
Power level critical.
Well, maybe we can do some, yeah, I think we can do some training on multiplayer, so we'll do that. Before we do that, actually, I think this
We're
was
running
done on
out of time.
purpose to get like a little Easter egg or something, because I can't get out this shaft. But if I look down and tap space pretty quickly, I'm allowed to leave my seat. Someone was so nice to let me stand up and let me leave. Maybe not. So I think when Mason gets a break, what he does is he goes on here and plays fucking Zork. A text-based adventure game which was very popular in 1981, 82 and 83. Unfortunately, I don't have a 8-bit computer that I can play this on. However, at some point I might see if I can find an 8-bit computer that has a copy of Zork able to be played on it and play it. Well, there's that, and then you can quit. Why not? You can mail, and you can go through all of these. 1978. So look. Johannesburg? Wait. Migraines. Let's watch 8. Sorry, the medication isn't working on it as intended. Let's schedule sometime tomorrow, say 3 PM. We'll give you once over, and if need be, discuss dosage. Meantime, it's been through a harrowing ordeal these past few months. And Chorich. See your family, can you mind? At the very least, stay out of the offices. You'll hear how much it can help. He's not gonna. Mason's in to ask how they ever did really until 1986. Black Ops 2 started. Or the timeline of Black Ops 2 started. So look. You cannot and will not put suicide analysis if you intend to regain your field operational status. I heard about your family and how it needs to be different. To visit with one's family, but I also know that if anyone can forgive it, it's more. I understand it's a you can go through all these little niggly things, dig around, I guess. Yeah, that was the other thing as well, there was Dino Arcade. Cute. There's a command that you can type on there that will give you access to Dead Ops Arcade. There's not really much else you can do here except wander around. Let's make these machines. So that's Hudson up there. If any of you haven't played Black Ops 1, then you won't understand what I'm talking about. Might as well a bit of the game for you, but I'm sorry about that. It's just him up there. Oh god, the lens flare. That's Kennedy. Hi Kennedy. Okay, multiplayer. There we go. Not a lot of people play this game anymore, so we'll just do some private combat training rather. Let's see, what do we have? Enfield. This is a XL60 rifle. Yeah, this is an XL60 prototype rifle for the British military, chambered in 4.85mm. 20 round magazines. This seems to be the infantry rifle variant of the two, although it doesn't have an optical sight. So that can easily be fixed. The ACOG is the SUSAT scope, which is the standard issue optic for this rifle, and I don't think it is now, but it definitely was for a time. ASP, a Smith & Wesson Model 57, custom built or modified in the 1970s for a compact pistol. Mainly for special forces units. Got the Python and the Makarov, which is basically a Russian copy of the German PPK pistol in 9x18 rather than 9x19, and the 1911A1, which is this is under 1911A1. It's not like a modernized version or anything. If they had the Browning High Power, I would have that. But they don't have the Browning High Power, so... And that's another issue British let out for me, unfortunately. We also have the FNFAL, which is also modelled after the British L1A1 variant of the rifle. L96, or the AIPM rifle, or Accuracy International Precision Marksman. Camo. Or Sahara. I think Sahara looks better. And you can see that chassis at the back of the sniper is for precision. I believe it directs the recoil downwards. We've also got a M16. Which could give it ERDL, Sahara, Nevada. There you go, ERDL. Why not? There we go, so just changed it to Nuketown because this is by far one of the best for training maps. We go free for all. Time limit unlimited. Score limit 2500. Enemies 7, so that makes 8 total when I'm in it. And here we go. I'll switch between all the weapons at some point, hopefully, if I don't forget. What to go with first?
Free for all.
I say the FAL. The right arm of the free world.
Do what is necessary, comrades. Those who don't know, there's actually a feature that allows me to have them named after friends on my Steam friends list, so that's where the names of the bots come from. This. Maybe not. M16, that'll do. Wow, you can barely know it now. Hostiles jamming our radar.
Scratch one more. His head!
Let's go back to this.
Enemy napalm strike inbound. That was terrible. Lads, I play Black Ops. Mass female. Enemy spy plane incoming.
Pretty confused me where they had an LMG version of an LMG and sniper rifle. Oh, marksman version of the G3, but they never actually added in the regular G3.
Get a medic over here!
Oh, where's going to confuse me?
Get a man down!
God, I swear I could have. Okay.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
I really don't understand why people didn't
Enemies
like this
jamming our
rifle.
radar.
It's a very good rifle. I guess it's because you had the commando, and the commando was good as well. Not quite as good, in my opinion.
Hostile
Much
RCXD
easier.
spotted in your area. Heads up, enemy
Control.
RCXD spotted.
Under sustained fire. In bursts of 5 or 6, the commando is better, but. Wait, what? Didn't even see them turn around. There's a lot of things like practice with bots. Get myself best from general.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
However, there is a predictable element to bots and an unpredictable element to breaking people. Yeah. Oh, wow. This thing's such a B-share, but it's faster than everything else. Ow.
Enemy Cobra headed your way.
In fact, one of the reasons why this rifle is called the Enfield is because Enfield, or Royal Small Arms Retreat Enfield, is behind the rifle, and there was 5 in the hole. Which unfortunately happened to be the last one they ever produced before they were bought out. But defunct a few years later.
Target neutralized!
Enemy spy plane above. Enemy sentry gun inbound.
The bullets there!
Enemy napalm strike inbound.
Magton as well. Magton.
Enemy south turret inbound.
I mean, Mac 10 is brilliant in terms of accuracy, but its ammo consumption is pretty bad. You could double up a 20-round magazine in about 2 seconds. But still, it's just an absolute laser in close quarters combat. Good range. I got a kill with it finally. Dragon off.
RCXD spotted in your area.
Oh no.
Spy plane ready for deployment. Enemy napalm strike incoming. Heads up, enemy RCXD spotted. Spy plane standing by. Our spy plane's in the air.
That sucked.
Enemies jamming our
God, if
radar.
someone did that to me, that match I would have been gone. Honestly. Ow. I really am not doing the best. I'm not even trying to. Tired already.
Spy plane standing by.
I'm not awake.
Spy plane ready for deployment. Our spy plane's in the air. Enemy spy plane incoming. Spy plane ready for deployment. Enemy spy plane incoming.
Range. The A code.
Spy plane standing by.
I got second place, it's fine. I mean, the bots in this are particularly hard. Are pretty hard, so. This is only on hardcore, this isn't conventional. See, some console people like that. This thing has such high recoil. How exactly is that high recoil? I don't understand. MPL. That's as well. I could literally go on and on about all these weapons in this. One in particular I find interesting is these are all the classes that I use in actual multiplayer. L85 SAA prototype, SAA being caliber and proto meaning prototype. XM177E is what Commando is, the Colt carbine. That's its formal designation. GANs, this is my random stuff. L86A1 is L86A1. One gun I found particularly interesting is this. Heckler & Koch D11. Which was a West German prototype in the late 80s, early 1990s, like very early, before the Berlin Wall fell, and went all the way up until 1997, until budgets were slashed and they had to go with the G36 instead. But it used 4mm caseless ammunition. I think it was like 4.5 or something, 4.8 something. So it was definitely, it was smaller than 5, but it was no smaller than 4.2. But we'll just say it used 4. So it uses 4mm caseless ammunition, which means it has a bullet and a block of propellant glued to the back. And the thing's glitching out. No idea why it glitches out, but yeah. So you had 48 rounds of that in a mag, and the mag would go here. It's a vertical mag, or a horizontal mag I should say, which is then the rounds are turned around and then fed horizontally rather. They're stacked vertically and then the mag's put in horizontally to then be rotated and fed through the barrel, which is down here. It could have 3 fire modes. It had semi-automatic, which is semi-automatic. It had 3-round burst, which would fire at 2,000 rounds per minute, which meant that you would fire 3 shots before the recoil even hit your shoulder. and full auto would be fired at the same rate of fire as one of these, which is 600 rounds per minute. They got so far as to sending some to the US for trials. However, after the budgets due to the German reunification were slashed, they dropped this project and never continued, even to this day. It showed a lot of potential, in my opinion. Kind of said that they didn't actually continue with it, because it's not the greatest looking rifle, but it is definitely futuristic, especially coming from the 80s and 90s. And it was far from over ambitious, because it actually was possible, because they did actually have working, nearly complete prototypes of the rifle. And then the budgets were slashed, so kind of boycotted the project just before it was finished. I just find it funny that the PSG is the only sniper rifle that I don't have. I mean, I have the Dragunov. I hate the Dragunov. Well, I mean, the Dragunov with an ACOG, I guess, is alright, but that's what I hate, really. The PSG-1 is pretty interesting to me in particular because it's a very special G3 rifle. There's a video on Forgotten Weapons if you want to know more about that one. The War 2000 is a Walther rifle. Again, not the greatest looking of rifles, and in this game it's not particularly great either. It's, I think, just a hair more than Dragunov in terms of specs. Yeah, the range is the same, I think, across all the rifles. But damage is slightly higher than the Dragunov, and accuracy as well is 2.5 blocks, I think, more, maybe. Nah, just 2 blocks more. And then the PSG, I believe, is the most accurate in class. Yeah, the PSG is the most accurate in the class because I find it funny how a rifle that was built from the ground up for precision is less precise than one that was built off of a semi-automatic battle rifle, or select fire battle rifle rather. The rifle scope is right, but from the picture it looks like an East German optic. Although I know for a fact in-game, in actual usage, it is the right scope. You can actually use actual standard issue military G3 mags in these. So instead of the little Diddy 5-round mag, which you can see in here, or I might have been 10, you can actually use the 20s and even the drum from the support weapon of the rifle, the HA-21. The Stoner 63 as well, designed by, funnily enough, Eugene Stoner in 1963. It was supposed to be sort of like, kind of like the BAR in World War II. That sort of usage, like a infantry rifle that could also be used as a light support weapon if they needed it. Something like a medium machine gun. I think that would be the light machine gun rather. Something like a light machine gun, but also more like a rifle than a light machine gun. Kind of a mix of both. Like if you needed it to be a light machine gun, it could be. Like a modular weapons platform, pretty much. Something that's a lot more flexible in terms of its role. There are some really peculiar rifles and just weapons in general. Like PM63, which is a Soviet PDW. The MPL, which is Walther's only attempt to date of making a submachine gun. The Spectre, which is a Italian submachine gun, which is also brilliant in this game in terms of recoil control, because it basically has none at all. Its damage sucks, but its recoil is just spot on for accuracy, which is why I tend to use it. Because it's not about the damage, it's about landing as many hits in a small area as possible in a short amount of time. The MP5K is here as well, presumably like an early prototype of the rifle, not the rifle, the submachine gun, because it wasn't actually a thing, the MP5K, at that point. it would have been nearing completion, or nearing like sort of like the not really completion, but actually not completion at all. Rather, like the concept would be like, why don't we make something as short as possible? Because at this point, the in game in like the 60s or something, it wouldn't have even been called the MP5. It would have been the HK-54, which is the non-formal designation given to the submachine gun by HK themselves. Then it was adopted as the Machine Gun Pistol 5, or Submachine Gun 5 in English, or just MP5. The K stands for Kutz, a German word meaning short or stubby. There's also the Uzi, which isn't really obscure, but the handling traits of the Uzi in this game are certainly unusual, considering that the regular Uzi is completely different. Because the Uzi in this has a high rate of fire and high recoil. The Uzi in reality is basically the exact opposite, so I don't understand where they got that from. Possibly from its younger siblings. The Micro and Mini Uzi do have higher fire rates, especially the Micro Uzi. The Micro Uzi is about the size of a pistol, but it has about 1,200 rounds per minute, so absolutely mad. That is a HS-10. You can't really see it because I've not got a Spec 12, which is a Franchi, or Franchi, I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce the name, shotgun, which a lot of you are familiar with, but not really familiar with the company. I myself wasn't familiar with the company until I watched Ahoy's Icon Comms episode on it. The Stakeout, which is I can't remember exactly what it was based off of. The actual Stakeout itself. I believe it was a Remington 870 that was cut down. The Olympia as well was an Italian over-under shotgun. We've already been over the light machine guns and the sniper rifles as well. Assault rifles, yeah. I mean, with the pistols, it's really self-explanatory because there's only like 3. The China Lake was definitely interesting as well. A pump-action grenade launcher. I mean, that sounds pretty cool to me. CZ-75, or CZ-75, depending on what way you want to put it. I say Z, because CZ doesn't sound right. CZ sounds better, in my opinion. Yeah. So it is. You pronounce how you want to pronounce it, but I mean, these are all self-explanatory. I've already explained the ASP and the Makarov, and the Python really needs no introduction. So does 1911. The CZ-75 is just a Czech pistol. The simple 9x19 double stack magazine, double feed on the top, not like a single feed mag or anything. Yeah, it's kind of like a given with pistols. Not really much there. Yeah, but it's usually the primaries in these sorts of games that are more interesting. I'm just rambling at this point, so I may as well sign off and go and record something else. Or watch some stuff myself, because I mean, even YouTubers watch YouTube, so why can't I? Now, I will see all you beautiful people in the next video you see me in. Whether it's in the past or the future or the present. I'm not really bothered. As long as you watch my stuff, if you are interested. I would be very happy. Dance around in my little room. Oh. I may as well leave. I'll let myself up before I start rambling again. Sayonara.